Constantino Chiwenga conducted a press conference in the company of about 90 senior military officials, where he warned President Mugabe to stop the purge of senior ZANU-PF leaders, and he threatened that should this not stop, he would, the army would intervene to protect the revolution. But after the statement, the ZANU-PF national chairman and also the chairperson of the Youth League both issued separate statements where they dismissed Chiwenga's statement and called it treasonous and said that the army should be confined to the barracks and stay there. The following day, and true to his word, Chiwenga deployed the army into the streets of Harare, and at night, the army also conducted raids on key individuals who were aligned with Robert Mugabe. They also occupied strategic points such as the airport, the National Broadcasting Authority, Parliament, government buildings, and also blocked roads leading to strategic points, mainly around the capital city. Now, on the 15th of November, the Army Chief of Staff, Brigadier General, or it's actually General S.B. Moyo, appeared on television at 5 a.m. And this was unprecedented again because we never had a news bulletin read by a man in uniform before. But he announced that the army had arrested criminals around President Mugabe, and he claimed that these criminals, whom he did not name, were responsible for the suffering of Zimbabweans. He also said that the army was conducting what he called Operation Restore Legacy, and then uttered the now popular words that the president and his family were safe, and that in a short while the army would end the operation and restore the country to civilian rule. Now, on the 18th of November, the army, alongside different political parties in Zimbabwe, mobilized the masses to march in the capital, Harare, and they also marched in different cities in the country, calling for Mugabe to resign. And as all this was going on, negotiations for Mugabe's exit were ongoing. They were mainly conducted between Chiwenga and the security chiefs, and also other individuals from the Southern African Development Community, and they were mediated by Father Fidelis Mukonori, who also happened to be President Robert Mugabe's personal friend and a Catholic priest. So now, on the 19th of November, something very interesting happened. It was widely expected that Mugabe would announce that he's resigning, and he conducted this press conference flanked by different officials from the security sector, mainly the army, and army, police, and intelligence. So Mugabe just gave a very wide-ranging, rambling speech where he acknowledged the concerns that had led to the coup being conducted, but he emphasized that the country's constitutional processes would go on. It was almost as if the coup never took place. Since people were expecting that he was going to resign, this was one of the most widely watched news events in the world at the time. But then instead of resigning, Mugabe ended his address with the now infamous phrase, "Asante sana." At this point also, ZANU-PF fired Mugabe as the president of the party, alongside his wife and other supporters, and other people who supported them. And this contributed to pressure that Mugabe needed to resign, because at this point, he didn't belong to any political party. So on the 21st of November, a joint parliamentary sitting of all political parties in Zimbabwe passed a motion to impeach Mugabe in order to force him to resign.